Howdy everybody, I am Kolik and this is Summoner's War. Today we're just going to go quick through, show you some of my runes that I use for calling monsters in Guild Wars. Um, I already covered a more in-depth view of Tractor and Armada and what I can do, well, my design philosophy on how to rune these guys. So if you want to hear more about a particular unit and how I think that these units need to be runed and the trade-offs, let me know in the comments, okay? And I'll provide more in depth. All right, so without further ado, we'll go in. We'll just go through my list here as it goes down. So Arena, this is Arena's stats right now. 100% resist, awesome. I like my Arena a little bit faster. She is shield, energy, will at the moment. Okay, and you may, when we want to go through here, have a problem with well, me not having some powered up runs that I missed, but hey, you know, that's the life, right? We all screw up some way. All right, so this is my current TMRs build. Um, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it varies, sometimes it doesn't. You can tell I'm still looking for a few grindstones and stuff on these things. Uh, that's the way it is, you know, guys. All right, so that's TMRs, and then Orion. Oh, let's do Annabelle first. Alright, so Annabelle, these are her stats. You may notice my Annabelle is actually not really tanky, and that is because, well, she's actually ruined for attack. Notice her attack's actually pretty high. She got a decent crit rate too. Oh, see what I mean, guys? I didn't level up her rune. Uh-oh. She could be even higher. Let me pause the video. Alright, well, I got it to plus 12 anyway. So, here are my Annabelle runes. Now, as an aside for this, why I didn't bother go ahead and 15 in it was because I actually got a really cool Annabelle rune here for, yeah, and I believe it's Violet. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Uh, it's probably the last one. Yeah, 33 attack percent ungrinded. Yeah, I was like, whoa, I think I'm keeping this one. Anyway, guys, so, all right, that is Annabelle. And then I have Orion. My Orion is not on Swift. Okay, it's on Violent. And I have been debating whether I'm going to switch back and forth between this or not. Probably at some point I'm going to be running Swift. But here's my Violent Orion. Okay, she does have max accuracy. It's a little bit overboard, but yeah, it is what it is. So she's got high speed on these runes. Obviously, that's the way it rolls. Okay, and right. So, yep, that's all right. Let's see. I'll go over to Tractor real quick here. Use him quite often. I already talked about how I run Tractor up. I just noticed he's not quite kept there either. All right, I don't use Chandra very much, but here's my Chandra. I recently changed him. Where's it her? Chandra. I don't know. Anyway, she's on Rage instead of Violent. Um, not really saying one is better than the other, but I thought I'd try it. Okay, QB, you see a lot. QB, generally speaking, he's pretty far down there in the actual despair runs. What he wants to be is pretty tanky, but his speed doesn't have to be really, you know, super fast or super slow. I mean, you really actually want to be a little bit slower than their will-ruined units the second time, and that can be really hard to judge. So I just give him kind of him, it, whatever, kind of middling speed, some really good defensive stats. Yeah, that's what I do. And I wanted to put him on shield. So I have Despair Shield on QB. And the reason is because I can afford the extra stat sacrifice to put shield on QB, or I don't want to put it on Chloe. Okay? And that gives me protection against Orion strips. Okay, so, right, these really get used. Emma, I really need skills for Emma to be used in Guild Wars. Chloe is pretty fast, 183 speed. She might be my third fastest unit now. Anyway. Oh, that's why. Oops. See, I knew I would. Yes, I'd make fun of myself. All right, Tessarian I use. Tessarian is just slightly faster than Theomars. That's his goal, and defensive stats, some resistance. Yeah. Now I still need a lot of violent grindstones. A lot of violent grindstones. That's just kind of the way it is. So we'll keep going down here. Rakan. Yeah, Rakan. So I try to make Rakan a little bit faster, but that does make him hit a little bit less hard. I really would have liked to have some better vampire runes, but to be honest, I just don't farm Necro enough, especially with reappraisal stones. I've really been wanting to farm dragons, and so I have been. Okay, so he's high crit rate, but his crit damage is not that high because I wanted to get higher crit rate, essentially, and higher speed. So yeah, this one's pretty nice, but it really could be used to gem away that accuracy put on crit damage. And a lot of these runes are just kind of, man, this is only it's only a blue. It rolled really nice for a blue, but these other ones, I mean, it needs a gem. This one's good enough. It doesn't really need a gem, but we're not really big fans of defense percent. Yeah. And those are Rakan's runes at the moment. Alright, so let's go with Perna. Now, Perna is one of my top rune units, so I probably have leveled up all the runes. Anyway, she's pretty high crit rate again. I'd like to push it to 85, but I just didn't like to drop off in the speed that I would need to get it there. She's sped up so that she is just under Theomars. So Theomars will go first, and then Perna will go. So for my Guild Wars defense team, I have a chance to armor break somebody, and if I do, Perna might nuke them. Obviously, he's not going to nuke a water unit, but you know. Alright, I do have a lot of hit points on him, so he does have kind of a gimped attack because of that. So yeah, just got pretty decent runes, some nice stuff. Still working on some better stuff for him, but pretty good stuff. Let's go take a look at Bulldozer real quick. I skipped him. These are Bulldozer stats. He is Runed Rage, Will required if you didn't know. He really doesn't have amazing runes because my Rage runes are some of my worst set of runes, period. I just, for whatever reason, it doesn't have very many of them. And so, yeah. So I could have a better one, but yeah, I don't. Alright, Raccoon, I sometimes use. My Raccoon is rune pretty fast. As you can tell, he's on Violent Nemesis, so honestly, I'd probably prefer Violent Will. I just couldn't get high enough speed because he's pretty far down in my runing order, and he wouldn't be, able to do anything. Be too slow. This is my Copper. Okay, Copper is not runed amazing or anything. Copper has Guard Nemesis because that's my runes. Really truthfully, I like to have Guard Will or Guard Rage or even Rage Will, though that may drop your defense too low to be able to crit people. Anyway, they're not such amazing runes. They're broken sets. And then, yeah, there we go. Those are Copper runes. Let's see, my Bernard. My Bernard is pretty nice, I'll admit. And he's still looking for a particular rune. I'll show you that. He's obviously on Swift, fast as I can get. And yeah, he is really, really fast. I have 2 runes, by the way, that are 30 plus speed. He's only gets to use one of them. And this rune here, which I recently found, still needs that grindstone. Been looking for that purple grindstone for 2 months now. Anyway, alright, sometimes I use Elution. This is the one I use. He is max crit rate, high crit damage, pretty good attack. Really has to be high speed to keep up with my Bernard, so he can't be cut. That's his major problem. The major problem is I don't really form fatal, so I have a problem with. I don't have good rage runes, which I already admitted. I have problems with some of these runes. They just kind of, I wish they could be better. Like this rune. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's got 3 stats that you want. Yeah. And one of them's gemmed. But really, you roll twice into crit rate. I mean, not crit rate, but resistance. You want those rolls up into here. I mean, yeah. But that's the way it is. So that's him. How Armada I sometimes use. Okay, that's a little understatement. But I did make an example of him in the other video, talked about more in depth on what I like about Armada and what you're looking for in Armada's friends. Alright, so Jasoon. This is my Jasoon's runes. So you'll notice that she has got a really high HP percent. And that's because I also use her as, well, in R5. That's why she's got a 76% resist, because I want, high resist. She's got good speed. She's got some like better resist runes on here because she's got dual roll. So still could use some better stuff. I still looking for those runes over there. Yeah, everyone knows Jasoon. She's awesome. Alright, Katarina. Show Katarina's runes off real fast. This now I do have, keep in mind on these runes, I do have max crit damage, Arena Tower, max crit damage, Guild War Tower. Level 9, I believe, attack percent Guild War Tower, max both Arena Towers for attack. So, just saying, I've got a few other things that are beyond this that you can't see. So she's probably got my best set of rage runes for an attacker, but their runes are slow, deliberately. I mean, I could gem some speed on these things, but I deliberately keep her relatively slow. And, okay, so let's go through. Yes, I do have a third illusion. It's not skilled, but I do have a third illusion. Ethna, I sometimes use her. I'm not too happy with Ethna. I really haven't found the little niche that I really like with Ethna on the comps that I like. She's fragile is the problem, and if she's a Theomar's killer, then she needs to be faster than Theomar's, but she doesn't benefit from the speed, unlike Theomar's, so to do enough damage to kill Theomar's without an armor break, she needs to be slower than Theomar's. So she needs to be faster and slower. That's the dichotomy problem with Ethna. That's my problem with Ethna. She's a good unit, but what she's really good at is not what she's really good at. Anyway, so I went rage with her, trying, if I ever have to pull her out and try to kill some Theomar with her, that she can actually do it. Because the Theomars at my level are going to be ruined with Guild War Towers and Arena Towers like mine over 20k HP. And they could be 22, 24k HP. So you have to take, you're talking about, well, I have to do 48k damage essentially. That's asking for a lot from a fast Ethna. Can it be done? Yeah. But then you're talking about you have to dedicate some of your best runes to it. And then you're like, well, I need to bring in Ethna to a lot of fights. Why are you bringing Ethna to fight when you have Perna, Theomars, and Rakan? I don't know. Alright, so Emesity. I love Emesity. Brings a tear to my eye. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, now I could make Emesity faster. However, and this is the consideration I thought about, was do you want to make Emesity faster or do you want to put them on Despair? Now, this is actually Emesity on Despair, okay? So Emesity is on Despair runes. I could rune her faster. But the problem is that I usually don't use Emesity versus a speed comp. I'm not going to use her usually against Orion. So what am I trying to outspeed? Wouldn't I rather have Despair rather than extra speed that I don't use? That was kind of my decision. So I'm still kind of trying it out a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Uh-oh. I need to level this one up too. Write that one down. Well, you run out of mana. Oh, that's a little embarrassing though. Oh gosh, I just saw a purple rune. Anyway. Alright, so here we go. This is Delphoy. I'd like to have Delphoy have a mixture of kind of HP and defense stats because with immunity up, that gives you a lot more survivability. She is pretty fast, as you can tell. Man, she needs some rune skill ups. Well, I had 10 million mana the other day, guys. I'm just letting you know I had it. It got spent. Alright. This is actually a legendary rune, and I've been debating whether I want to reappraise this thing or not, because look at this. This thing is awesome stat stick, okay, for grindstones, and it just sucks that it has this flat attack in there. But it's awesome for grindstones. So even though I've grinded it, I may reappraise it anyway. Haven't made up my mind. Alright, so there's this one. Fast, fast, fast. Obviously I run out of budget, grindstones for violent. And needs skill ups. Oh, a little embarrassing. A little embarrassing. Alright, then we got Sierra. She got bumped up in priority, obviously. She got news. She got bumped up in priority. Alright, and then we go through her. Yep. So that's Sierra for me. Let's take a look at Dover. I'm not sure I'm ever going to how much I'm actually going to use Dover. Guy's not being that guy skilled. I'm always leery of using. But Dover, put some runes on him at least. Okay, Beta I use sometimes. Yep, those are Beta's current stats. Nothing amazing. You could run her Swift, but I like to run Violent. And she's pretty far down the runing priority, so that's why these are, purple runes show up here. Alright. Well, guys, that brings me to the end of my list, and so hope you had some fun, and this is Kolick signing out. If you see another monster that I missed that you want to see the runes on or hear me talk about, let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.